What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. I have a proposed question for y'all, man. Well, as you guys know, the WBC is now trying to give Jake Paul a ranking. So, I don't know how I feel about that. So I wanted to discuss this with you guys, man. Should we start considering Jake Paul a real boxer, quote unquote? Should he beat Tommy Fury? Now, I know the first thing a lot of people are gonna say is no, right? Now, but here's something I want you guys to think about. Now, a lot of people are saying, man, how are y'all letting this YouTuber come in here and do this, that, and the third? But a lot of people don't take the time to realize that, bro, Jake Paul actually puts in work. Okay, like I mean, bro, listen. Jake Paul actually puts in the work that it takes to be a boxer. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but hear me out. For the last 3 years, right? Now, I'm not talking about the people that he's fought, the people that he's fighting, but I'm talking about the preparation. You guys are missing out on the fact that the last 3 years, because of his financial stabilities, this man has put himself in a position to where he could get trained by, I think he gets trained by BJ Flores. I think he was a UFC fighter. But the man is getting world-class sparring, which is most important. First and foremost, is that people miss out on that. This man is getting world-class sparring. This man has been in the ring with Chad Dawson. This man has been in the ring with Jalen Love. Like he's even. I'm not saying Jalen Love was like a world-class guy, but I'm saying, like, you know, Chad Dawson was a former world champion. Like this dude, I actually have a personal friend by the name of Calvin Henderson, who is out there sparring Jake Paul right now. And you know, and Calvin Henderson's cold. So this man for the past 3 years, Jake Paul has been putting himself in has been training as if, you know, like a professional boxer would. He has training camps, right? He goes through training camps. Again, he's getting professional work. Like, bro, you have to, regardless of what you guys want to say, this man is doing everything that a professional boxer is doing. The only issue that we have is the opponent selection, which is why I'm asking now, should he beat Tommy Fury, should we start taking him more serious as a boxer? Personally, I think yes. All right, but I do want to know you guys' opinion, because I mean, listen. Now I get it, right? When he was first doing it, I was like, bro, I don't take that stuff serious or whatnot. I get it. I 100% get it. I 100% understand where the guy was coming from, where you guys are coming from when he was fighting Ben Askren, when he was fighting Nate Robinson. All right, I completely understand it. I wasn't taking it serious either, but now he's giving us what we want. We stated we wanted him to fight an actual boxer, right? You know, his last fight was against Anderson Silva. It was down here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie, like, you know, at that point, I still didn't give him credit, because it was like, bro, Anderson Silva did have professional boxing experience, like very limited. I think his record was like 3-1. I think it was 3-1. The dude was we all know Anderson Silva from the UFC, right? He's like one of the greatest UFC fighters in UFC history, right? And on top of that, the man is 40. He's 47 years old. So I still didn't give him credit, albeit though some of my friends actually would give him more credit for beating Anderson Silva than Tommy Fury. I just feel like, bro, the dude was 47 years old. Like, he's knocking on 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and yes, he did have boxing fights, but they were in the 1990s, bro. Like, Anderson Silva fought professionally in boxing in 1990, bro. Like, in 99 and 98, stuff like that, you know? Oh, and albeit, I can't deny this, Anderson Silva did beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., all right? Now, I don't think anybody, like, when you want to talk about boxing's biggest disgrace, I think we can all agree that it is Chavez Jr. Like, I think we're all in agreements with that, like, right? As far as like boxers that's been on the scene, right? A lot of people probably say AB, I say, you know, Chavez Jr. But he was a world champion. Anderson Silva did beat him, and that was like actually, and that was actually like what, 2020 or so. It wasn't too long ago, but again, I think him fighting Tommy Fury, a guy that has the record of 8-0. I think he's like 8-0 in 4 knockouts. And an actual boxer, Tommy Fury has been in there, growing up with Tyson Fury, seeing everybody work, seeing he stated he's been getting professional sparring since he was 14 and all this type of stuff. Exclude all that side. But I'm saying that to say, I feel like this fight right here, we would have to start taking Jake Paul more serious as a boxer. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know a lot of people also have an issue. They're saying that Jake, a lot of people have an issue with saying like, oh, well, Jake Paul is just now coming into the business and he's getting all this money and pay-per-view, right? Guys, let me tell you guys something. What do you hear most, right? Boxing is a business dressed up as a sport. All right, boxing is a business dressed up as a sport, okay? So let me tell you what that means, okay? That means that boxing is not like McDonald's, right? Like, say, for example, you got somebody that worked in McDonald's for 10 years, and then somebody, and they're making $12.50 an hour, and they've been working there for 10 years, and then somebody comes in fresh and starts making $18 an hour. Then that's unfair. But boxing being a business, Jake Paul is bringing his fan base to the sport. So of course he's gonna get a lot of money. That's why these boxers need to start taking the Floyd Mayweather page and getting themselves out there and stop just peekabooing. If they want their stock to go up, they have to do more to get themselves out there. This is a business. Jake Paul is bringing his business from the YouTube, from the Disney, whatever you want to call it. He's bringing it into boxing, which is why he is getting all the accolade, all this money, because his fan base that he created off of a whole nother platform is now following him to this sport. So you guys have to look at it. You guys can't look at it like this is a 9-to-5 job and he's just coming in making more money than. No, he's bringing his fan base. So you can't really. I've always looked at it like that. Like, you can't knock the man's hustle, bro. That's his fan base. That's what he's doing. Now, the only thing I do disagree with is what I'm not so sure that I'm okay with the WBC giving him a ranking off of Tommy Fury when I don't even think Tommy Fury is even ranked anywhere in the WBC. All right, so you know how I do it. Let me go ahead and give you guys. Let me go ahead and read, do the research or whatnot, and you guys listen. Here we go. Now, shout out to BoxingScene.com. It says Jake Paul to receive WBC world ranking if he defeats Tommy Fury. It says Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC or World Boxing Council, has confirmed that YouTube star turned boxer Jake Paul will receive a world ranking if he defeats unbeaten Tommy Fury. Paul has built up a record of 6-0 with 4 knockouts, but he is yet to face an actual boxer in the square circle. On February 26th in Saudi Arabia, Paul will collide with Fury, who has the record of 8-0 with 4 knockouts in a cruiserweight contest. Fury is the younger brother of WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. A win over Fury will secure a WBC world ranking at cruiserweight for Paul. Jake Paul has been close to the WBC for several years, starting with the first event promoted in the UK when his brother Logan fought KSI. On that night, Jake won the WBC amateur belt in the undercard fight, Suleiman said to Sky Sports. Bro, I'm telling you right now, the WBC creates more belts than anybody. They're like the Oprah Winfrey of boxing, just giving out different belts, bro. You got the WBC silver champ, diamond champ, intercontinental champ, man, it's just so many. Man, I'm gonna look into that. It's so many freaking belts that, like, bro, you got the franchise champ, man, goodness gracious, bro. Anyways, Jake has dedication and respect to the sport, and the WBC will not tolerate discrimination against anyone. He deserves an opportunity that other boxers has. He's demonstrated punching power and improved skills as well as a solid chin. Tommy Fury represents a clear challenge to Jake Paul in a battle of 2 undefeated professional boxers. Paul was slated to receive a world ranking last year had he had beaten heavyweight prospect Hasim Rahman in a scheduled fight. The event was canceled when Rahman's handlers believed that the boxer was unable to safely make the cruiserweight limit. In several interviews, Paul's made it clear that he wants to achieve his dream of capturing a world title. I want to become a world champion. I'm going to become a world champion, and these fights are all just stepping stones to get there. I'm slowly improving, Paul said. I sparred against world champions and done phenomenal against them. So who knows what can happen in the two to 3 years from now when I go into my athletic prime. I'm starting to really get this sport and all aspects of it. It's really actually scary what could possibly happen. I think not only will I become a world champion, I think I will be a dominant world champion and knock someone out for the belt. So those are the words from, and shout out to Boxing Scene, bro. That's my favorite source to go to. Now, if you know how the WBC moves, then y'all, that they're like all about their money, bro. Like whoever generates a lot of money, they want to attach their names to, right? You got so many different WBC belts. You got the WBC, you got the diamond belt, you got the silver belt, you got the eternal championship belt, you got the emerald belt, you got the money belt. Like, man, like they just created the GGG Canelo belt, the wish holder, whatever the name was for Canelo and Chavez Jr. belt. It is like, bro, they just create belts to attach themselves to anybody with money, right? So it's no surprise that they want to attach themselves to Jake Paul, and they hide it by saying that they don't want to discriminate or whatnot. But I personally, now this is the part where I just don't understand. I don't understand how Jake Paul gets a ranking by fighting Tommy Fury, and I don't even think Tommy Fury is ranked anywhere in the WBC. So how does this fight? I mean, listen, if you look at the combined record for Jake Paul's opponents, right? The combined record, Jake Paul has the record of 6-0 with 4 knockouts, right? And the combined record of his opponents are 3-2. Because listen, we go back, the Ali Gil guy, that was his pro debut, so he was 0-0. Nate Robinson pro debut 0-0. Ben Askren pro debut 0-0. Tyron Woodley, that was his pro debut, he was 0-0. Then he rematched Tyron Woodley, and so Tyron Woodley was 0-1, and Anderson Silva had the record of 3-1. So, and then if you go look at Tommy Fury's combined opponent record, you have the record of 24 and 150. Like, the first person that Tommy Fury fought was had 10 wins and 102 losses. The second person had 0 wins and 26 losses. The third person had 2 wins and 26 losses. Fourth person had 0 wins, 11 losses. Fifth, 0 wins, 9 losses. Sixth person, 2 wins, 0 losses. Seventh person was Anthony Taylor, 0 wins, 1 losses. And his last fight against Daniel Bukanaka-Nakaski was 10-1. So I don't necessarily know. I don't know where they're talking about ranking him. Maybe at the top, maybe rank number 50 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't necessarily. I mean, this is again. It just shows how boxing will break its rules, and I don't know. It's just a lot of politics in boxing, bro. Because I don't understand. They don't explain why this man gets ranked. However, it is what it is, man. Listen, we've asked Jake Paul to fight a boxer, and he did try to fight Hasim Rahman. That situation happened, but now he is fighting Tommy Fury. So, will you guys consider Jake Paul a boxer if he beats Tommy Fury? Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?